but you mentioned John Lester going on the DL. Let's examine that NL Central because he wasn't the only veteran hurler to get some bad news today. Lester, after getting rocked by the Reds on Thursday, placed on the 10-day DL with left lat tightness and shoulder fatigue. Cubs are hopeful that he misses just a few starts. The St. Louis Cardinals, who are trying to keep pace with the Cubs in the NL Central, they had to place their veteran Bulldog on the 10-day DL with a right elbow impingement. That's Adam Wainwright. Both teams currently battling in that division race, which includes the Milwaukee Brewers. Right. So which loss do you deem bigger? Lester for the Cubs or Waino for the Cards, Dylan?
It's hard because both these guys are the old rusty veterans of their pitching staffs.
Yep.
I'll say the tougher blow is Wainwright. And it's not like Wainwright has been ace material all year long.
5+ ERA.
Yeah.
Does lead the team in wins, though, with 12, so he has grinding the way a veteran knows how to do.
It's a good way to put it. That's a good word for it, grinding. I think with the addition of Quintana, I think with Hendricks coming off the DL, I think with Arrieta, who was the fantasy leader tonight?
Yep.
Jake Arrieta?
Most fantasy points for a pitcher, Jake Arrieta.
We've seen that several starts in a row from Jake. It's almost like Jake realized, contract year? Let me get my head out of my rear end and start pitching like a guy that wants a giant contract. And that's how we've seen Jake Arrieta pitch over his last 6-7 starts. I think he can slide into that ace role, that number one, with the second professor, not Greg Maddux, but the Professor Jr. in Kyle Hendricks coming off the DL recently, pitching better than we saw before his DL stint. Quintana coming off his trade from the White Sox. I think the Cubs team, especially when you look at them, they're in the catbird seat. They're in the number one spot in the NL Central. I know things are close. The Brewers are right there. The Cardinals are not too far behind in the rearview mirror. The Cardinals have to make up ground. They're the team that needs to leapfrog a couple teams right now. When you look at that, you need all hands on deck. As far as the Cubs go, they'd love to have Lester, but let's just face it, Lester's not been fantastic all year. And I think with the emergence of Arrieta as that new 1B and those other guys pushing it forward, they can win this division without John Lester, or at least with him on the shelf for a couple weeks. I don't know if the Cardinals can without Wainwright, especially when you look at Carlos Martinez's inconsistency. He looks like a Cy Young guy sometimes. Sometimes he can't get out of the fourth.